Good morning, everybody, and welcome to this episode of 7:30 Cup of Tech. I can't believe it's been 3 weeks since I started the first one back up for this school year, but thank you to everybody who's gone in and watched it, and we had more people watching last week than the week before, so let's see if we can get a whole bunch more people to watch this week. That'd be fantastic. What's really weird is that as teachers, we tend to focus on what we feel comfortable with in our classroom, and sometimes we forget to consider the different needs of all of the students in the room. For example, if we're a visual learner, we tend to focus on just the visual aspects, or an auditory learner, we focus on the auditory aspects. So the nice thing with technology is it gives us a chance to be able to address the needs of everybody. And in this episode of 7:30 Cup of Tech that I'm calling, I just made a summary of that. In this episode, we're able to address a lot of the different needs that we're going to be using. So if you have a one-to-one classroom or anything like that, this will work perfect for that. If you're developing a one-to-one, it works great for that too. So just kind of watch what's going to be happening here. And I think you may kind of have a little bit of fun with some of these, maybe more fun than we should really maybe even have. So let me just share my screen. There we go. So what we're going to cover in this episode is we're going to talk about a program called Autodraw, which that's one of those addictive programs that just pulls you right into it. We're going to be learning about Brainy Betty audio files, which it has a really neat, interesting name to it, and also SMMRY. And SMMRY is the one that I just had way more fun than I've ever should have had with any program. The first one we're going to talk about is Autodraw. Now, if you've never used Autodraw, this is really great, and your students will probably really like using it too, no matter what grade they happen to be in. And what Autodraw does is it allows you to draw something on the screen, and then it will recommend whatever it is that you're drawing. So let me show you, for instance. So I'm just going to draw a circle, and then you'll notice up on the top, it comes up with some different ideas. Well, I'm going to draw another circle over on the side. It still comes up with ideas, but then you can come in and you could put in something like this. And now look at all the other options that you have up on the top. So let's say you were trying to draw a bus. So now I can come up here, I can choose this icon at the top, and it'll put the bus on the screen for me. Now, you also have the capability of doing a whole bunch of other drawing and text and colors and things like that. But if you're not really much of an artist, this is a fantastic way to be able to just start drawing something in and create your own little drawings that you want to be able to put in. You can come up to the hamburger icon and you can start all over again. You can download whatever drawing you happen to have with this. And if you restart again, there you go. It's a clean palette. So Autodraw is one of those programs that's just plain fun to be able to use. Now, the next one that we have is, let me come back here, Brainy Betty audio files. And if you look over on the side over here, you'll see a whole bunch of different files. What's really interesting is these files are in the MIDI format, MIDI, which means they're extremely small files. And you can download these and they actually will work in your presentations in PowerPoints. And they have a whole bunch of different genres that you're able to use here. You even can find sound effects for these. So this is really kind of one of those really cool places to go if you would like to be able to use some type of audio files in your presentations. Now, this morning when I was bringing this up, for some reason, their site went down for the day. So I wish I could go in there and actually click on some of these to show you, but it does also bring up where you can also download more audio files if you like, and that's at Sounds Abound at the AEA. So you're able to use those files if you would like to. And when you log into the account, you can come in here and you have all kinds of choices. You can go up to the category and you can even choose from there. Now you do want to make sure that you log in with whatever your building's login information is. So just check with the librarian, they'll fill you in on there unless you know it already. But when you've logged into the account, then when you're in on all of the different audio files that happen to be in there, when you want to be able to download a file, you can just come over to download. It won't ask for you to pay for anything or anything like that. You can just download these and they are free for you to be able to use in your room, not have to worry about copyright infringement with those. So that is a real bonus with those. So check out Brainy Betty. Brainy Betty's site she has a lot of good things there. And the third site that I'd like to share with you, it's called SMMRY. Now, what I think is really cool about this is you may have thought that the name of it, I misspelled with it. I didn't really, well, I did misspell it right up here, didn't I? It's right here is how it's spelled, SMMRY. What's really cool about this is let's say we're reading some really riveting information about William Shakespeare, and you want to show something to your class. So I can go in here and I can select a whole bunch of text and copy it. Now, when I go back into my summary up here, I can just come in here. Whoops, excuse me. I have to bring up the summary page, so it's not going to do anything on my graphic. When I come in here and I paste all that text into here, I can summarize that text in however many sentences I would like to summarize it. So let's say I want to summarize all that text into only 3 sentences. So now I choose 3, I click summarize, and it takes just a little bit. There we go. In 3 sentences, it summarized all of that text. Now, you as a teacher, that would be great that if you would go to a website and you just want to get to the meat and potatoes of a page, and you want to be able to just explain to the students what that page is kind of about. This is a wonderful time saver for you. This will deliver the big concepts. Also, if you were going to be giving a speech, what a great way to go through and find out, you know, how much fluff do I have in my speech, or what is summary? How does it interpret what I'm saying in the least amount of words and sentences possible? This is really, really a fantastic place to be able to go, and you could have an awful lot of fun with this, and I think students would too. But I mean, you look down at the bottom and it was reduced by 90%. That's actually pretty amazing that we're able to do that. So now, if everything is going to work right, I will open it up for anybody who would like to chat about something. If you have any questions about anything, if you have anything that you would like to share with everybody else that maybe you stumbled across, what a great way to be able to share information with all those people who end up watching this in the course of a week. So if any of you have anything that you would like to share, please feel free to open up your video and have your audio file open. I don't know if our audio will end up working or not, but we'll find out.
Hey, Jim, I do have one question.
Hi, this is Cindy Bell, by the way, if anybody can't see who's on there. Cindy's got a question.
On that summary, does it violate any copyright laws?
Cindy asked if SMMRY violates any copyright laws. No, it doesn't. It's because you're summarizing the content that's on the page, and you won't end up violating the copyright laws when you're able to use that. Now, if you were going through and you're taking everything word for word and then using that in something that you're taking credit for, then you would be violating copyrights. But if you're using it as an educational tool to help you reduce everything down, you're in great shape with that. That was a really good question, Cindy. That had never gone through my head to think about the copyright part of that. By the way, if you've never tried the transcript feature inside of Teams, when you go up to your options in your settings, you can turn on the transcript, and then you can watch the transcript happening over on the right-hand side of your Teams screen. Kind of a nice feature for people to be able to use. Well, That's great. We don't have anything more in there. Just know every week we're going to be, thank you, Vicki, for that comment. That was really nice. Come on in, invite other people to come in and watch. I keep these at 15 minutes or under. They're just what we're at. If we happen to have a chat that goes on longer, we'll keep the chat going. But I'll stop the recording at that point. So just it's whatever people tune into. So thank you so much to those of you who tuned in live and to those of you who watched this on the recording. I really appreciate so many people watching it last week. So thank you so much. Get the word out there. This is a way we can develop some more technology PD time. If anybody has any recommendations they would like me to cover, please send those off my way. That really helps me know what you're interested in being able to learn about. So thanks everybody for tuning in this week. I really appreciate it. Have a great week, and I'll see you in the classroom on another episode of 730 Cup of Tech. Bye everybody.